Hello everybody, sorry about that. How you doing? Welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European time on the dollar. We do this every day, Monday to Friday, because we gotta know what's happening with Bitcoin, altcoins, and everything else, guys. I think we're gonna pump. Other people might not think we're gonna pump. It is some kind of hopium, nothing is set in stone. Some trends are broken, some are not. We are going for this, last dip, if that's gonna be a dip, and I'm gonna tell you, what I think, might happen next. Besides that, the stock market looks like it is, slowly creeping towards downside. Will we dump big time right now or not? That depends to be seen. But it looks like it's curving over here, looking for the dump. So if the stock market dumps, will we dump with the stock market? Big questions to be answered. We're gonna see how that plays out. But there's that. How's everybody doing in the chat? Edward Too Good, what's up, man? How you doing? S, good morning. Toldi, 9 a.m. on the dollar every day. Wait. Hi everybody, hi, wait. Crypto Russ. Now a lot of people in the chat, that's fine. We don't care about a lot of people. We care about the charts. We care about charts, so we're just gonna get straight into that, see what's actually happening. This is Bitcoin over here. This is some kind of channel up here, and this channel up here is a little bit important, but it's not that important. You can double the channel towards downside, something like this over here. So the reason why this channel is a little bit important is because this big dump over here started from around here and ended over here. So this big dump, the trend of the big dump went something like this. As you can see clearly right now, even though this is on 1 hourly time frame, the trend is technically pretty much over right now. At least this very fast trend towards downside. So after this trend up here, we created the secondary trend over here where we're right now going kind of sideways. So technically we do not want to fall back below this line. So this line over here, this trend line over here goes something like this over here towards downside. And we do not want to fall through that. Now, as you can see right now, if we do go all the way towards the line, we can still go down to some kind of 25k levels and still be fine, but we can also, do this and, go further towards downside. But it is a good thing that we did stop, a little bit over here. Now, if you look at it on bigger time frames up here, the only thing we are creating is a small move up here, and we can just technically continue, a lot more towards downside. So, I wouldn't say it's over just yet. It's not over just yet, because this 4-hourly trend over here might be going something like this over here, but although I don't see it. Let's go to the 8-hourly time frame, something like that over here. Yeah, no, even this seems very sketchy, sketchy trend over here. This however you look at it, this seems to be the correct the correct move over here. So let's assume this downtrend over here is pretty much broken. At least this very speedy, fasty one. You can see here we went fast. We had this exhaustion move up here. We broke that, and we pumped back to we create some kind of nice channel over here. And right now we pump back inside that and trying to get try to get above the moving averages up here at the top. Let me go back to 1 hourly time frame. Why this line up here shaking? And let me remove this up here. So you can see up here on the 4-hourly that we try to get out of the moving averages up here. We came to some kind of, where is this line coming from? Why is this line so screwed over? I don't get it. Should be something like this over here, give or take. It's a channel. This is what happens when you don't use your correct channel. It's not logarithmic chart. It's nice. There we go. Okay, let's use real channels so we can be on the dollar up here with this kind of stuffs up here. I don't know where I start using, doesn't matter. This looks like a nice channel up here. There we go. Now these channels are correct, however you put them. This line, and right now what we are doing up here is we are channeling some kind of new trend, downtrend over here, but we are still in the downtrend. You can see up here is some kind of breakout, try to break out up here above the channel, above the moving averages, right back down below the support levels up here, and still go continue towards downside. But I was kind of expecting this to happen. Yesterday I was watching the charts, and we have been moving, doing this sideways move up here, and we've been moving above the moving average. So I'm expecting the move towards upside up here. That might actually go towards upside, but I was also expecting this move towards downside. The fact that we did, the fake out up first and right now down tells me that this is just might try to break, you know, this bottom channel up here. Even this, you know, midline up here at 27k is important, but it might also go all as low down here as 26 something down here. But this over here is very, very important, because if you think about, you know, about the charts and the liquidity and stuff like that, where is the liquidity that peaked up? You know, it's down here and it's over, you know, below these levels over here. So there are two liquidity levels, and right now you can see up here that we are picking whatever was created up here on this one. And if you go all the way down to towards the bottom of this one, and then you got to the bottom of this one up here. So if you go all the way down to towards the bottom of this one, that's become, you know, something like 26, 7, 28, 29, you know, 27. Let's say 27k, give or take. Well, what I do? Oh my god, I pressed too many buttons. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what I'm pressing up here. This is the worst, you know, Bitcoin daily ever. Doesn't matter. There are two liquidity zones up here, give or take, again. Something like this, right? And if you go down here, it's like 26 something, right? But if you look at this on the weekly time frame, even this move towards downside over here, it's still above, you know, 10 moving average. It's not even down to 200 moving average. 200 moving average is all the way down at 200 moving average is all the way down at 25.9, 26k, you know. So even this move towards downside that we are doing right now, let's go to the small time frames up here. Even this move towards downside over here, it's not that problematic. Even if you go all the way down here, you know, 26.3, it's still not problematic on the big time frames. So I do definitely see that we might actually go towards downside a little bit. Let's go a little bit back in time up here just for a second, and I'm going to show you something on RSI. If you go to the daily RSI up here, this is daily RSI. What you're gonna see here on the RSI that we are very close to the 30 levels down here. You can see the previous time, you know, which touched the 30 level, 200 moving average, we exploded towards the upside. Are we gonna hit the 30 levels again and then explode towards the upside? We do not have to do that, because there is also a very interesting level up here where we are right now. We are right now at some kind of 40 levels over here. What you're gonna notice on these 40 levels, that this is actually where we actually usually bounce. The 40 levels is actually where we bounce. The 30 levels are extreme levels in an uptrend. Yeah, I mean, in some kind of options, you don't go down to 30 levels. It is very, very rarely you go down to 30 levels in a very strong option. Over here, we actually did that. But most of the time, in a strong options, you don't go down to 30 levels. These are very extreme. In the strong options up here, I mean, you keep above these 40 levels up here. And these 40 levels do tend to keep you, you know, in an option towards upside. So technically, the way we are looking at it right now, we are at one of these levels that are very, very important. That's the 40 level over here. 40 level over here. So are we gonna go all the way down to 30k level? I wouldn't like to see that. I would like to see just bounce over here at 40 levels. That would indicate, you know, strong bullish trend. And we are also right now at the 200 moving average, sorry, the 50 moving average on the daily time frame. So we are technically just sitting on this 50 moving average, hoping this is gonna hold. There was no bounce up here to the 20 moving average. We are just doing, you know, this move up here. Are we gonna break the 50 up here towards downside over here a little bit, and then right back up there again, or something like that, some crazy move like that? I don't know how this actually is gonna play out. If you look at a little bit on a 4-hourly time frame, this looks like a, you know, some kind of extortion pattern up here that might actually do something like this up here, break towards upside and continue again towards upside. So I definitely see that. I mean, the 50 moving average, the RSI sitting at 40, there are definitely indications that we are at some kind of support level, but people will actually hold this support level. That's the big question. Now, I do tend to think that we might actually do this. And the biggest reason up here is on the weekly time frame. So I don't know if you watched the yesterday's, you know, video that I made about the weekly candle, but this over here is not actually that bad of a candle. So we got a weekly close up here, bearish engulfing candle on the charts, but this is not that bad, because previously, if you go look at previous, you know, times we had these bearish engulfing candles, big moves towards downside. Oftentimes these big you know, these big moves towards downside come right before this, you know, big moves towards upside. Over here we had you know, bearish engulfing sorry, not bearish engulfing, but bearish, very strong bearish candle, and then we, you know, exploded towards the upside. Let's go a little bit more back time. Over here was also a very strong, you know, bearish engulfing candle, and then we exploded towards upside. But every time we did this, we did not actually break the 10 moving average up here. Also, there was one time up here in 2015 up here. You'll see this bearish engulfing candle over here on the chart. It happened just before I mean, technically this was a first big move up here and then towards downside, but oftentimes you'll see these big, big juicy bearish candles getting everybody scared just before the big move towards the upside. Now the reason I think that we might actually go towards the upside, and this isn't some kind of topping out signal, although we are hitting some kind of tops, and there has been a lot of selling around 30 and 32 levels like we kind of expected. We still haven't broken below 20 moving average, 10 moving average, 200 moving average, 25k line. We still haven't broken through the support levels yet. So this move towards downside is telling me right now that we are just creating this bottom wick down here, and that maybe just eventually we'll get this bullish engulfing candle, have a great run towards upside, because a lot of people are scared, and I still don't see the topping out pattern, because even though we went up here and this might have been some kind of topping out pattern where we fail towards downside, it's not like it's not a strong bullish move that where you fail and that's it. It is some kind of intermediate topping out pattern, like over here in the short terms. You got some kind of consolidation, you go up, you go below that consolidation phase up here. Right now we're at support levels, you go below, because there is also liquidity picked up here, so we can go down to some kind of 26k level down here as well. You pick up that liquidity, and then you go towards the upside. That could be pretty normal, but it could be it is definitely some kind of local top up here, but in the bigger scheme of things, I do not see this top up here actually being generated just yet. Yes, we have some kind of some kind of channel up here, give or take. Some kind of channel up here, give or take. Okay, let's try to pull something like this. It looks like it's falling out of this thing over here as well. So it's definitely pushing towards downside, but it doesn't seem topping out. Topping out patterns are a little bit different in nature. You go something like this, and then you top out, and then you go towards downside. But I don't know, I would say this is a local topping out pattern where it pulls back. Something is telling me that something is off, and that this might actually just go towards upside. So what I'm expecting on the weekly time frame over here is that actually this is gonna become bullish engulfing candle, because a lot of people are very bearish right now, and they think that bearish engulfing candle and other aspects of the market and stuff like that, this is gonna continue towards downside. This is some kind of topping out pattern. It could be that, I could be wrong, I understand that, we definitely see that, but I'm just saying that there is definitely hopium on the charts that this might play out in our favor, and we get a bullish engulfing candle. If that happens, this is gonna be the last move towards upside, and once this actually happens, maybe above something like above 40k up here towards something, then we get this correction towards downside, something like that. It went up slowly up here, and these moves are not as violent. The thing that's telling me that this might not happen is because these moves are not as violent as before. So before we used to have very violent moves, there was a lot more volatility in the markets, but Bitcoin is getting more and more towards towards stablecoin. So these moves do not have to go like maybe a little slower moves up here, maybe a little bit more gentle moves than violent moves. Maybe that's the play of the next bull market. I don't know. But I definitely see, that we might have this bullish engulfing candle, because previously, right before every kind of, major move towards upside up here, we got to this, bearish engulfing candles that, pulled us, big time towards upside. And, that's what we're having right now. We haven't still broken anything, so on the weekly time frame we are still looking good. So I'm a little bit like, crypto savvy right now. He's, perma bear, I'm perma bull, so there is that. So I'm definitely seeing some hopium, but I don't want to keep you in the dark. I don't want to keep you in the dark. Yes, we hit some kind of top. Yes, it is looking bad. It is already breaking towards upside. I'm just saying that there is a probability that we might have one of the greatest candles in the history of Bitcoin. I'm just saying that. So the next candle up here, if that's gonna be a big one, it might be like 20% move towards upside. Wouldn't that be something, guys? Wouldn't that be something? Now, unfortunately, the stock market is not giving us that right now. We are having this, a weekly topping out up here at 41k, give or something like that. You can see up here S&P 500 hitting the resistance up here at the top. Is gonna pull back to towards the moving averages up here and then go towards the upside. It's just gonna do this up here and just gonna continue up here above the resistance up here, because this resistance is a major resistance level right now for S&P up up here. There are a lot of people shorting these levels. We also got this uptrending move towards the upside. I'm gonna first move down here towards downside, then explode up here, or are we gonna break this towards downside and have this recession and capitulation of the financial markets? That depends to be seen. On the daily time frame up here on the S&P 500, you'll see that this uptrend over here, maybe technically it is kind of getting broke, but still holding this 20 moving average. So I would like to move this over the 20 moving average. So I would say that the S&P 500 is kind of holding the support. So if it can manage to bounce over here, it's all good. If it can manage to bounce above this level over here, it's all good. But if it fails to bounce off of this level up here and goes down over here, it could be pretty terrible. The Dow Jones already looks like it went up here, and right now it's already curving towards downside over here. You can see already falling down, but it's still above the 20 moving average on the daily time frame. On the weekly time frame, when it comes to this is Dow Jones, it also has this resistance area up here at the top where that it cannot break. Right now it's on those levels, but it is above the moving average, so this it always has this chance to break towards upside and bounce. It doesn't look that bad. So on the weekly time frame, doesn't we are at resistance, but it doesn't look that bad, right? Resistance, S&P 500 resistance doesn't look that bad. Dow Jones resistance, but doesn't look that bad. And Nasdaq up here as well, some kind of resistance, but doesn't look that bad. And why doesn't look that bad? Well, we are still above, the moving averages. There are no big, overextensions or anything like that. I mean, there has never been, overextension, but at least you get some kind of indication that, that something is wrong, right? At least you get some kind of indication. So this is the weekly trend up here. It's not broken up here. The weekly trend on the Dow Jones is still not broken, and the weekly trend on the S&P 500 is still not broken. So we don't have a weekly trends broken on S&P 500, Dow Jones, or anything like that. We don't have we are above the moving averages, but yes, we have the resistance, but nothing is broken. Resistance, but nothing broken. The same thing goes for Bitcoin, right? Yes, we have some kind of resistance and we are moving towards downside, but nothing is broken. Nothing is broken. Nothing is broken. On the small time frames, yes, stuff gets broken a little bit. We are curving a little bit towards downside. It might indicate that we are, right now going to fall below the 50 moving average. I would assume that the 50 moving average up here might actually hold a little bit over here, maybe even bounces off these levels. But more likely is that we go below the 50 moving average to pick up whatever the liquidity down here, below these weeks are, right? So this around 26.6 or something like that, right? So I would assume that we might tweak down here below these levels up here and just pick up this liquidity, because over here this move up here, this was a very fast move towards upside, so a lot of people missed this move, and then over here there was create a lot of liquidity down here because people have a stop losses and liquidation zones right below these wicks, right? So it does seem a little bit normal that you wick down over here, pick up whatever ups up here, and then you go towards upside again. Maybe that's the play of the season, right? Every single time before we go up, we wick and up, wick and then up, wick and then up, right? That might be the play of the season. Who knows? Who knows how it's gonna play out? But it doesn't look that bad. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes, we are going down, but on bigger time frames, weekly time frames, stuff is still, in order and everything is nice. Over here on the 4-hour time frame, you'll see that we are already trying to break these, previous lows up here, trying to get this liquidity below down there. I was also looking at the divergences up here on the chart. On the daily chart over here, there is already slight divergence, but if it just continues going towards downside, there will be no divergence on the RSI. If you go to the 8-hourly time frame up here, there is huge. Right now, there is not huge divergence, but there is divergence technically up here on the chart, because this move up here is going towards downside, this is going towards upside. So we are already having technically divergence on the chart, and this is a pretty huge divergence on the chart, right? But it might do something like this up here, pull back down and then go right back up here again, right? Maybe all the way down to the 200 moving average. Who knows how much this dump is gonna be? But it is going. It is very good that at the start of the weekend, on Monday, we are actually going towards downside over here, because right now that we are going on the downside over here, you know, rest of the week we might actually just, you know, continue pumping towards the upside. And if it starts moving towards the upside, guys, it's again gonna be very, very fast moves towards the upside, just like over here. If it starts moving towards the upside, people are again gonna miss up everything. On the other hand, if you start moving towards the downside, you know, there's that. But this holding already supports. It's already holding supports up here. You'll see up here. This is support level right now. We had this bearish engulfing candle, got rejected by the moving averages, going back down below the support levels, pulling back below these previous lows over here. So we're gonna see, you know, this candle over here closes in the next 3 hours. So we're gonna see how this, you know, maybe just turns around. It just goes right back up again. But I'm a little bit bullish. I'm still keeping bullishness because of the weekly candles. Nothing is broken on the weekly, so you know there is that. Warren Drew wants a big buy. Call crypto, I do, man. Good time to get lithium now. Batteries will skyrocket too, since there will be more demand than supply. I don't know, man. If I know world right, Elon Musk would probably, you know, use one of the rockets to mine lithium from some asteroid or something like that. High rather late than never. Drop it. Dobro jutro, zi. Guys, that's it. That was a quick update on what's happening. I'm gonna try it and, you know, pick the bottoms. I'm gonna try to pick the bottoms a little bit with trading. And I'm gonna try to, you know, I like picking bottoms. I don't know why, but I like picking bottoms. So I enjoy when I think that price is going down for some kind of reversal up here. So I like to, you know, look for when this actual reversal happens and goes towards upside. I'm gonna try to catch the bottom. There's that. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, same place, same time, same place, as always. Monday, Bitcoin Daily, Monday morning. There we go, big dump, nice dumps, getting into those juicy dips right over here. Still looking for this volume candle up here. The volume is kicking a little bit up here. Let's see 1 hourly time frame. There is. I would like this candle up here to be something like this over here, like big candle, big juicy candle, right? Big juicy candle, big juicy candle. I would like, and you can see up here that volume right now is picking up here. So I would like some kind of big juicy candle up here, you know, with some kind of volume up here. I would assume that after that, you know, we pick up again. So I'm gonna go and, you know, look for the weekly candle. Everybody else have a nice day. Enjoy the day. It's not actually very nice here. No, right now it's raining. We had like, you know, 2-3 weeks of actually 1-2 weeks of like a really nice spring summer weather, and right now it's looking like, you know, the fall is coming back. You know, we jumped over summer and the fall is back on track. It's really rainy and stuff like that. But enjoy the day, guys. I'll see you around, and maybe if something big happens, if I know something more, I'll make a video. Okay, where's the outro? There is outro. Bye bye, guys. Bye bye.